tackled the jet sweep.
Best player I ever played.
I don't even know how that was possible. I'm not gonna lie.
He definitely he looked like that at Alabama. He looked like that at high school.
Yeah,
he was doing that in high school.
Yeah.
So Quentin Williams, big Quentin Williams, New York Jets now.
Yep.
All right. What was he like he's number some in the state. Like he probably was number one in the state. Yeah, he definitely was. And so Quentin, after Malik and after Matt, both pop shoulders out of place.
They were dropping like flies on the right side.
Right. So I come in the game, right? And I didn't notice he wasn't swatting. So, right before Coach called to play, Quentin standing just like this, and I'm right here, waiting on Coach to call to play. And Quentin looks at me and he goes, "Hey man, what happened to 72? He all right?" I said, "Yeah, bro, he just popped his shoulder out of play." "Oh, okay." He said, "Hey, what happened to number 57? He good?" He popped his shoulder out of play. He all right. He looked at me and said, "Dang." I was like, "What you finna do, cuz?" Hey, Bill, I ain't got no beef with you. And the thing that I was like, Coach, don't run this ball behind me. After he said that, he got in my head. I was not scared, but he got in my head. Like, I was not even thinking plays no more. I was like,
we finna run Bears and Quentin on his right side.
On the right side?
I was like, we gonna see how this goes.
Right.
We gonna see how this goes.
So I was like, man, this is gonna be fun. We ran the play, first, second, third down. Y'all running behind me for some odd reason. We made first, second, third down play. And then intro, but I just get excited when I cut the camera on. That's classified as my intro.
All right.
But I got an introduction. This right here is a childhood homie, high school homie. I don't really say middle school homie because I don't have too many memories of Sean in middle school. I just remember he was sort of like a bully, so I kind of stayed away. You feel me? He was bigger than me. I was a big dude, but Sean was bigger than me, so I was just like, look, I'm going to stay neutral, away if I can. But went down to high school, looked up to him like a big brother. Shoot, Sean part of the reason I ain't even ride the bus for real in high school. I like to ride with him to school almost every day.
Yes, sir.
Shoot, went on to college, did his thing out there in South Alabama. Now he's on the other endeavors, playing fan control football, still playing ball. Sitting down with a has-been. I appreciate that, my guy. Y'all give it up for Sean Brown. They clapping right now.
They clapping?
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. You hear it?
I love a good audience, yes.
Yeah. Most definitely.
We got to get to where we could do these like live.
I definitely want to do this live, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, I wasn't supposed to say that. I actually was not supposed to say that out loud. But, yes, I definitely want to do this live. Since I already said this, like, yeah, I want to do it live.
That'd be dope.
Most definitely. How you been?
I've been good, bro.
Oh, well.
Blessed, man. I can't. I guess I could complain, but we all could complain. Yeah. Let's keep it going.
Yeah. So how long you been home?
Maybe 2-3 weeks, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mr. Fan Control Football.
Yeah.
Yeah. Y'all got a lot of stars out there, bro.
We do. We have a plethora of stars just on the field and off the field. So just a lot that's going on.
What team you play for? You play for Glacier Boys?
I played for a lot of everybody this season. I think the only team I didn't play for may have been, I don't know, I think I may have played for everybody, I ain't gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
Just because on defense, we were able to swap. On offense, you kind of got locked in. The only people who didn't get locked in was the offensive line and the tight end. Everybody else, they were getting locked in from week to week, so we could swap around on teams, and we got locked into teams in the playoffs, so yeah, I pretty much played for everybody.
Man, you been playing ball all your life.
Yes, I have, man.
And pretty much everybody, a lot of people nowadays say that's kind of crazy. Me and bros out there was just talking about that, how just playing football in Little League, it kind of seems crazy nowadays because it's like you 5 years old and you ramming heads. Like, something in Little League I did not notice, and he really just pointed this out to me. Bro, we hit every day?
Every day.
Except Friday.
Yeah.
So I was like, dang, bro, this contact every day. How often y'all hit?
So when I got to college, I would say it depends on the coach. So when I got to college, that's when they really wanted to stop doing 2-a-days. My freshman year, I'm not gonna say it was rough, but it was honest hard work.
Yeah.
In that Mobile Sun, it was kind of like 2-a-days, but it wasn't 2-a-days.
South Alabama graduates.
Yeah, they got that. Yes sir, graduate.
Bro, ever since all my homies got their degrees, y'all made it hotter outside for real.
Man, I'm not gonna lie, man. It's hot out there.
It's stupid outside,
It's hot
bro.
out there.
Like, it's so hot. Like, I had cut my car off, right? You feel me? I had just cut the car off. Went in the store, grabbed a piece of gum, pack of gum, right? Came right back out, and the car was hot. I was just like, bro, this is so disrespectful, bro. But I can't blame it on y'all degrees, even though since y'all got the degrees, you know, y'all turning up the thermostat on people.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie. On the way over here, I was using my phone to get here. My phone started overheating.
Man,
bro.
my phone was overheating too. Like, I left it in the car that day when I didn't go get that gum. It was overheating in the car.
I left it in the sun for like 4 minutes unattended.
Yeah.
And my phone started overheating.
Yeah. Mine was like 2 minutes. That's so crazy to me, bro. But like you said, we can complain about it. But
Yeah. I mean, we could be living in like New York and it's -10 every day.
Facts.
Yeah, I ain't trying to do that.
I'm just drink my water with my sunscreen. People been telling me I've been looking darker too, bro. I don't like that, but I'm cool with it.
How much you been outside?
A lot.
What you been doing? You been out on the weekends?
Bro, I be outside like 5 to 6 days a week.
So what you be doing? Give me like a breakdown of your day.
Okay, in the morning I wake up and I watch like an hour of First Take or Undisputed. I gotta watch either one.
That's classic. I'm the same way.
Got to.
That's how I start my morning off. I'm like an old man.
Yeah, bro. I really do sit in my house shoes and watch the First Take. You know, gotta hear what's going on. Especially like, only reason I ain't watch it this morning because I wanted the Celtics to win.
Are we gonna talk about the finals?
I'm kind of hurt, bro.
Man,
I'm kind of hurt. Because I wanted Boston to get there so bad, man. I wasn't even hating on Golden State this time. I just wanted Boston to get it.
I could never be more disappointed.
In Boston?
Yes.
I think, and Stephen A. pointed this out, they don't have a floor general.
They don't.
Yeah.
They don't. I thought Marcus Smart would have kind of been that, but I guess.
I don't think it's in him.
It's like he was playing all right games 1 and 2. Like he was playing good enough to me for like them to win. But like after that, it was just like, okay, I'm gonna drive to the basket.
Yeah.
And I didn't get a call.
Yeah.
Or he's just jacking up threes like he's Steph. I'm like,
yeah.
It's not gonna help you win the game, buddy. Let's try to get Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown open.
Yeah, man, that's what they needed too, bro, for them to make it something like because they were having to create shots the whole game.
Yeah, they was playing a whole lot of one-on-one ball.
Yeah, bro, and it was like they need somebody to get them to the spot to make a shot. They need somebody to come, get them to come off a screen.
Yeah,
boop.
They need a point general.
Yeah, like they need to call Rondo.
I was like, you know what? I think they might need Rondo.
If they had Rondo, they win the finals.
They definitely need a point guard.
Rondo would have affected both sides of the court and all that.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. They let Steph get away too. It was just like it was a whole lot of open shots for me.
Steph's getting dirty, bro.
Man, it was a whole lot of open. They could have played better.
Yeah.
And why we letting Steph Curry play 1-on-1 with Al Horford?
Bro, and they was playing off too. They was playing off the whole game. Like they weren't pressing him at all. Like I don't know, man. I think the only way that you can beat a Steph Curry is to really get dirty with him. I'll take everybody. Everybody got to get a foul on Steph.
Yeah. I think that you have to play smarter as well.
Mm-hmm.
I think that you just need to make him make shots because you're not going to stop him from shooting the ball if he's shooting it. So just make him make hard shots.
Yeah. Make him do all of this when he's trying to shoot.
It just look like
that.
At times they brain turned off.
Yeah. They did a lot of swapping. I don't like to see swapping on Golden State.
Effortless swapping.
Yeah, because like you said, why is Al Horford on? That's like
why am I watching Al Horford guard Steph Curry?
And that's one of them things. Like Horford can do it to a drive or two.
Yeah.
A game.
Yeah.
I don't want to see.
But why we about to let Steph Curry? Somebody should do a counter ISO on that.
Yeah.
He probably had at least 9 ISOs with Al Horford.
Man.
And that's probably like 7 too many for me.
Yeah. Shoot, 7 too many. Shoot, you right, 7 too many.
Because he'll get swapped on us sometimes. You can't do nothing about it. You want to play good defense, but
yeah. And there's only so much you can do with a Steph Curry, man.
But I don't know nothing about basketball. I don't want basketball people killing me.
I don't either,
I'm
man.
a football guy.
I played football my whole life. I tried to play basketball. You supposed to play basketball too, Sean. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, man, you used to have everybody hyped up out there, bro.
Man, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how Terry did it because
that year round
football.
Terry was a beast, man. If y'all fitness cave. Terry, that's the one I was talking about
Fitness
with
Terry.
Balin. Bro, Terry, I don't know how he went from baseball to football to basketball, and then senior year tried to do track. He did track, but situations and stuff like that. But Terry,
after football season, my body had taken a toll. I needed a rest, and I needed to go right from that to basketball. Going up and jumping up and down. I'm 310 pounds, 315 pounds. I'm like, am I going to the NBA?
Right.
I was talking with my mom about this because I really wanted to go to the NBA, and I saw Dwight Howard. I was like, I'm about to go to the league. I'm about to start doing it. So look up the average height.
Right.
Because, everybody, I was probably like, 8 or 9, and I had my dreams crushed because it was like, you think you're going to play center? I was like, yeah, I'm pretty much a good center. I'm going to be big. It's like, look at the average height of an NBA center. 6'11".
Right.
So I looked down the chart. I was like 6'3", point guard.
You're a point guard in the league.
It's like I'm going to have to drop 150 pounds, have to get handles, a jump shot.
Right. I
think I can make this football thing work out.
I remember Coach Harris. Coach Harris, the O-line coach. He came to me and was talking to me about another guy that.
Shout out Coach Harris. Coach Harris got me my first offer. A lot of my success to that man.
I got to shout out Coach Harris too, just because Sean did it. Because if I don't act like I don't love Coach Harris like Sean do, he gonna call me and call me.
I'm gonna go ahead and shout out all the coaches because I'm gonna make them watch it too. Shout out Coach Harris. Brand new coaching job. Shout out Coach Cassidy. Brand new coaching job.
Shout out Coach Cassidy. Coach Cassidy, man. First place I went and did my first speaking engagement with Coach Cassidy. Let me come speak to the team.
I remember me and Coach Cassidy used to get into our little
I
bickering.
think everybody had a moment with Coach Cassidy. Yeah. But as I look back on it, Coach Cassidy really made me a better person.
Oh, for sure.
Because he made me notice Coach Cassidy was not calling him one, but he was like the woman on the practice field. And what I mean by that is, dudes, we be around, we do some stuff kind of loose and just let it go.
Yeah.
And then, your mom or something come in and be like, why your socks on the floor?
He like real, I'm not going to say uptight, but I'll say zipped up and buttoned up.
He's very much a perfectionist.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, like I said, you come home, you done did everything, you done cleaned the house and everything, and then your mom come in and be like, you got these socks on the floor? You ain't did nothing. You be like, what are you talking about? You see everything? And Coach Cassidy was just like, no, we're going to do it the right way. Yeah. No slacking, none of that.
Yeah.
So he's one of the people I definitely give credit to when it comes to, effort. Coach Harris, too. Coach Harris always challenged me. They think that he knew that was the way that was going to motivate me. He would challenge me. He would tell me stuff like, with you, he would challenge me like he would be like, we doing one-on-one pass rush? He's like, you got to go with Sean. I'm like, Coach, Sean is really the best O-lineman we got out here, bro. I don't want to go him every day. I go him 2 days out of the week, but let me go some other day. Like, no, I got to go with Sean, buddy. You feel me? And I know you probably remember this. It was Georgia Southern came to watch you at practice one day.
Okay.
And I just remember, that was the day I was like, I'm going with Sean because I want them to see me. And I was like, Sean bigger than me, so he know what he gonna do, you know what I'm saying? I know he bigger than me, so I'm finna be a little quicker with it. I done worked on some moves and stuff like that.
You came with your 1-2.
I came.
You had a game plan and everything.
I swear I did. Like, you would have thought I was going against freaking Taylor Lewan or something like that, bro. And I was like, bro, this is gonna be the day. I felt so good. Like, this is gonna be the day I'm gonna beat Sean. Sean, and I'm not trying to just toot your horn because you're right here. You was the only O-lineman I could not figure out one move to beat. I knew everybody's weaknesses. I could not find yours, bro. And I think it was due especially to your size and your skill. So I just remember I seen the coach, and I think he looked at you, and you looked back, and I was just like, you finna be looking at me now, coach. You feel me? I had turned myself up. I zoned everybody out. It was just me and you. Man, every move I threw out there, I was like, God. And then my head, they tell you put the clock in your head, like 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, ball gone. Man, I think I worked like 3 moves. I was like, I know this 7 seconds. I was like, the quarterback just scrambled and everything, man. So I was like, dang, man. But credit to you too, you also made me work harder because I was like, Sean was one of the bigger guys on the team. So he was the biggest. You and Robert, the biggest guys on the team. So I was like, I got to be working with Robert and Sean if I think I'm going to have a chance to play. Because if these guys are the standard, I don't think nobody else is out there as big as you guys and as strong as you guys. So I got to work out with you guys. 100%. And now another story, I remember working out with you one day. It was one of my first days working out in the weight room. You put like 275 on the rack to like warm up. And I was like, okay. And he was like, come over here. I was like, for what? And he was like, we finna warm up. I was like, that's not even a warm up, bro. I really think at that time I was like, bro, I think that's like close to my max, bro.
Oh,
he was
my
like,
goodness.
come on, bro. So I got up under it, went down, and crawled from up under it because I ain't coming back up. You feel me? So from that also that stayed in my head. I was like, I got to work out hard because Sean starting off at 275, so I got to work out hard. So much credit to you, bro.
Hey, that's a good lesson to take from that, though.
Yeah, man.
I mean, like, just the piggyback off something like you were saying, just like with watching me and just trying to see how I was. I got an opportunity to go to like these Nike camps back when before they got all these different like 10,000 different rivals in Nike camps.
Mm-hmm.
It was one real Nike camp. It was regional. Then if you was good enough, you got invited to Oregon.
Right.
So
Oregon.
It was 2 set of camps.
What was the spark score?
Yeah,
You had to have a high spark score.
You had to have a good high spark score and one of the best people in your position there.
Mm-hmm.
So we had up in Atlanta, and I probably got to watch them probably like 3 or 4 times through my career.
Mm-hmm.
I got to watch Lester Cotton and Deron Payne do one-on-ones, and I swear it was like King Kong versus Godzilla every single rep. Yeah. I was, and because I was like in the 9th and 10th grade, and I was watching them, and they were seniors, and I'm watching these guys, and I'm just like, holy, can we cuss on here?
PG-13.
PG-13. Holy crap.
Holy mackerel.
Holy, ain't no way that these guys are doing this, and. I remember just one rep. Well, this one set of series, and they were so great, but they were so balanced as well because, Deron was just so big and strong and a brute, and he was massive, and Lester was so technical, and he was big and strong too. He wasn't as big as Deron, but he was still big, but he was just so smart and technical.
Mm-hmm.
And I watched them start the one-on-one series, and it's like everybody's watching them front and center. Like even the coach, like the players, everybody just like standing around watching them.
Top players coming out of high school too.
They were 1 and 2.
Yeah,
they were 1 and 2 coming out of Alabama. Yeah. So I'm watching them go at it, and I'm like, oh my God! Like Deron come out first move, he jab and swipe and like knock Lester. But I'm like, oh my God! I'm like, I don't know if they like make these people out here. I'm looking at me. I'm like, I know goodness well I'm not blocking this dude.
Yeah.
I hope I can get big enough one day where I can, but geez. But
yeah.
So next rep, Lester like, whatever, reset it. So they reset it, go again. They come off, Deron try to like do something quick with his hands, and Lester catch both of his hands like in his palms.
Mm-hmm.
And I just thought that it was crazy because before warming up, I was just like, I was a little kid. I was in the 9th grade because I remember now. But he was doing a drill like a coach, and he was just tossing tennis balls to Lester, and he was catching them. He would throw it from behind, and Lester would catch him, and I was just like,
they were like juggling back and forth. Or?
Well, one drill he was in front of him throwing, and then another he was behind him, and then another one Lester was dropping and catching.
Okay,
so he was just working with he was working with hand speed,
yeah.
Right before doing the one-on-ones.
Word.
And that's like the first time I actually saw like a drill really pay off. Right, like he was catching them tennis balls and he was working them hand placements. And when he caught Deron hands and he locked them up, and Deron was trying to like move and get up, he wouldn't go, and he locked them up. And I was like, oh my God.
Wow.
But I have a lot of David and Goliaths. Well, I ain't gonna call them David and Goliath. Them two Goliaths. So yeah, them some great cats, and they both still in the league. Both doing great.
Shout out to him. I just seen Deron post something today, actually, man. They in OTA, what is it? I don't know, minicamp right now.
Yeah, I think so.
So shout out to both of them, man. Putting on for the state, city-wise, all that. Well, Lester from Tuscaloosa, right?
Yeah.
So putting on for the state.
We went down to Tuscaloosa. I don't mean to, we went down to Tuscaloosa. Lester ain't played, but we did beat the brakes off Central Tuscaloosa.
Yeah, man. What it was, like 60 something to 28, something like that.
Listen, we were about to break the state record in points, but Coach Cassidy is so nice and sweet. He said we did not need to run up the score.
Such a memorable classic guy.
Such a memorable guy. Because it was like 7 or 5 minutes left, and I was like, let's get to 100.
Yeah.
Can we get to 100 in a football game?
Yeah. See, Coach Cassidy had too much class.
Yeah, great guy. Yeah, I'm glad we didn't do that.
Yeah. So shout out to Coach Cassidy again. And Coach Harris, I'm not gonna short you.
Yes, Coach Harris.
Shout out
love
to that
man.
whole coach staff, most definitely. So coming out of high school, you were highly touted recruit. What was you, like a 3-star?
3-star, yes.
3-star O lineman or D lineman?
3-star offensive lineman.
Word, start
Yes, sir.
offensive lineman. And then so your senior year, you swap over to defensive line.
Well, so junior year I swapped over to defensive line.
That's right, junior year. Yeah.
I think junior year, because I haven't played D-line in so long, it was just kind of like a learning experience. And shout out Coach Applin. Love that guy. He made me, who I am today, but he wasn't the best D-line coach. We were really coaching like scheme and being where we had to be at a certain spot and, stuff like that. So, boy, I wish I could have really learned how to play D-line like what I did when I got to college. Because when I was just in high school, I was just kind of using my size and just kind of, So, yeah. Oh my goodness. But, yeah, I swapped over to D-line 11th grade year, and I was decent, but 12th grade year, I think it was just because it was like senior year, and I was like, I'm about to go balls out for my guys. I turned it up, and I was really feeling great.
That's a funny story, too. You balling out for your guys.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know what I'm finna say, but it was one of the most serious but funniest moments in Pleasant Grove football on the bus back home stories in history. I don't think no story.
I think I know this.
No story. This is the epitome of greatness in that moment because it was like it was a serious moment. But what happened right after, and I cannot say it on here because it was very explicit. But I just remember. What was it? You tore your meniscus.
Meniscus, yeah.
Yeah.
My left meniscus.
Your left meniscus. And we lost to the rival school. I don't really want to say their name right by now.
They ain't really important.
Yeah. But they know who they are.
Yeah.
We lost to them, but it was a shocker to everyone. They shocked themselves even, but
we should have never lost to them guys.
Shouldn't have lost to those guys at all, bro. And I just remember we going back on the bus. And other guys just on the bus, just like, man, we finna go holler at some girls. We finna go out to eat. We finna do. And it was like, you broke that off like immediately. It's like, hey man, I'm out here busting my butt for y'all. Man, I got a torn knee, blah 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 blah, all that. And everybody was just like silent after that until whatever happened. I'm not gonna say what happened because like I said, I can't say it. But that moment right there, why were you so passionate about it? Was it just the loss, or was it just because you knew you was putting your body out there for your guys? Like, what brought that up out of you?
So how I like to play, well, how I am, I'm gonna give my all because I love my brothers around me, and I love the game of football. I love what it does just for us, bringing us close and allowing us to bond, and we get to play a game that we love, and But at the end of the day, for me, like, I'm trying to win. So, I forgot we PG-13. You're not about to come on my bus after a loss. I've torn my meniscus the week before. Didn't practice the whole week, and I came out here and played to try to win. And I'm riding back on, like, after the game, like I'm on like an 8 out of 10 in pain. Like I'm in pain. I'm in pain playing. So shout out to Drake. I played 60 minutes on a torn meniscus.
Okay.
But yeah, that ain't finna fly with me. You talking about what you finna do after the game? Y'all laughing and cutting. I'm like, I'm trying to figure out what's funny. Like I'm in pain and we lost. So what positive are we bringing home? Maybe we can bring some lessons home from how we lost.
Right.
I could tell you some reasons how we lost. But we don't want to get into that. Yeah. We don't want to get onto that right now. We want to go have fun. That ain't what I'm about. I'm about winning, and I like winners.
Right.
Jesus, don't get me too passionate and riled up right now.
I'm feeling it.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. I'm feeling it. Because in that moment, I remember in high school, I was real competitive. But one thing I do regret was not being more of a leader in high school like I think I should have, like I know I should have. And it was because I wanted – one of my favorite quotes is from Kobe when he was like, they were saying he's being a hard teammate to the young guys.
Yeah.
And he was like, friends come and go, banners last forever.
Yeah.
Feel me? And now I just got to sit with that and just know I chose friends over banners. Right? And in that moment, we all heard it. He was like, I want a ring. It was like, bump all that. Because you gave it to everybody on the bus.
So bad, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you can hear it. That moment, like I said, I could tell the passion in your voice. Like, you was really heated. You was really upset about that. Did you ever have a moment like that in college?
Somewhat. I would say you kind of had guys that were like, they were just a little bit more selfish, and like, oh well, I ain't get burned, or this ain't happened to me, so they need to pick up what they got over there.
Selfish
Something
guys.
like. So it don't contribute to winning to me, and I don't want it around me. I hate dealing with people like that, just like in general, outside of football. So like, I just take so much outside from football into real life.
Right, yeah. I think now I'm just getting to a point where I am putting those same tools that I use to be a good football player into my life. Like the hard work part has always been there, but the other things like I really do feel like I got a killer mentality. But for years I had pushed it off as being passive and stuff.
I think
like
you just need to find the right way to tweak it and change the energy from football into doing the things that you want to do.
Yeah, man.
And it's hard because it's not really a guide or nobody telling you how to do that. Right. You got to figure that out along the way, which is kind of like the story of life, but I think that's the beauty of it.
Yeah. And I think just that mindset will carry you a lot further.
Yeah.
You feel me? Because, I still want rings in life.
Oh, for sure.
I want a ring for everything I put my hands on.
If I told people my dreams, they'll laugh at me.
Man, me too.
Yeah.
Me too. Every time I post a video, I'm like, this one's gonna be big.
I even talk with my pops at the house like we alright, but he'll just be like laughing about like the lifestyle I want to live. He'll be like, yeah, that. I'm like, oh, you just don't see it.
Yeah,
I'm looking at what he. It's just funny because even I don't want to start lecturing, man.
Go
oh
ahead.
My gosh.
Go ahead.
Sometimes we just can't see things, and he can see it from a certain perspective just talking about him. So he grew up, he was poor, and like a lot of black families, poor, they needed money. He went to college. He got kicked out of one school, and he went to another. He graduated, started making some pretty good money. He moved to a better situation. He started doing better for himself. But he realized now what he didn't realize like in the past, because like growing up, he everybody shared a car. He wouldn't think about well he want I want to have my own bed. I want to sleep in my own bed, and everything just kind of changed, and dreams just kind of changed. So, and I really don't even like people putting a limit on people's dreams anymore, because just talking to so many people, if you let them put a limit on your dreams, you'll really feel like it's a limit on your dreams, and you'll never reach it.
Yeah, I feel that too. I've also personally stopped putting limits on my dreams on my own.
Yeah,
people have asked me like, well, how far do I want to go with this podcast thing? And I always say, I don't want to put a cap on it, because if I put the cap on it, I think I'm gonna short myself from what I deserve.
Yeah,
and just be like, once I get that interview with Oprah, I'll just be cool, And then it's like more out there, and I'm just like, well, you could have got that if you just kept being hungry. I feel like if I put the cap on it, I'll stop being hungry when I reach it. And I just be going crazy, like, dang.
Like you'll be satisfied.
Yeah. So I don't want to be satisfied.
It's kind of like talking about Tom, and I ain't gonna lie, I cried when Tom Brady retired, because I just know how much of a competitor he is, and I know that pissed him off so much to retire. He was talking about him running the tire. I was like, no, he don't.
Yeah.
That man just had the best season of his life.
I could tell when he retired. He didn't retire, because he never said. I feel like Brady, being who Brady is, he's gonna say.
I knew it. I was like, give him 2 months.
Yeah.
I was like, he gonna sit at the house with them kids. He gonna start taking them to school. He gonna be like, I ain't gonna lie.
You're like, this ain't
I kind of want to be watching film right now. I want to be watching some film right now. I really don't. I'll let Giselle go take these kids to school.
Yeah, Brady, like, man, this ain't what's up.
Yeah.
And I love the competitor out of Brady, man, because I think it brings the some of the best out of me, like Brady. Like, man, we look up the athletes. We were athletes. So like Brady, Kobe, Bron, Mike. We look up to those guys. Even Tiger Woods, man. Like, definitely. I look up to those guys and just be like,
definitely dominating the sport.
Serena Williams. I definitely look up Serena Williams. She is
shout out my guy Lewis Hamilton too. A lot of people don't know about Lewis Hamilton.
Yes. Yeah.
He a dog. My guy. Is he a dog?
I hear his name a lot.
He's the most winningest Formula One driver of all time.
You wanna know something? That's true.
As a black man.
And I can say you right about that because I always see him in pictures with Braun and Brady. And
Hey, listen, he got Michelle Obama sitting in the pit box with the Mercedes team.
Ooh.
Come on, bro.
So, bro, come with the heat for real.
You see, like, I got this headset on.
Yeah.
Michelle in the back with the race team like this, finding out what's going on. Come on, bro. Who else got Michelle Obama with them? Coming to their job, see what they do. coming with them to work.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah. You got to respect, right? Do you think it's crazy that, like, a part of greatness, you have to sort of be like a sociopath, where you distance yourself from a lot of social activities and just have to dedicate yourself to the ground? Or do you think you have to find a balance? Because I think it's either or. Either you find the balance or you just go be a killer.
I definitely think it's either or, just like that.
Yeah.
I definitely know that most people have to go and find a balance or you go crazy because, you know, nobody – I'm not going to say nobody wants to do their profession or nobody wants to go and do what they love every day, but, you know, you don't want to get burnt out and nothing like that. But being turned on all the time like that, it's a couple people like that out here, and they are characters. And we could probably name some people. We could probably LT. LT was a character. Yeah. Probably the group. Would you say? Oh my, we need to have a sports debate, man. I got so many sports topics.
What's up?
Somebody was telling me that AD is like underrated at what he does. Aaron Donald, and what I mean, and just as a defensive lineman, seeing what he does.
He is the greatest defensive lineman I've personally ever seen.
It's
the greatest defensive player I've ever seen.
What he does is not possible.
Right.
It is only possible.
We'll probably never see this again.
I don't know if you. It's crazy. The man is 275 pounds doing what he do.
What he run like a 4.46, 4.7, 40, and like 280 coming out of college.
One of the craziest stats to me is that he leads the league in double teams, and leads the league
in sacks.
And split double teams.
Oh, word.
And beating double teams.
Word.
So he gets double teamed the most, and he beats double teams the most.
And you got to think, I wonder what makes him really makes him different.
He's just it's so much you have to worry about just as an offensive lineman. So just take it as you as an offensive lineman. So when we was back in high school and we had to go play Quentin, everybody remember that game. Yeah.
Shout out Quentin Williams.
Yeah, shout out Quentin. It was a whole lot you had to worry about. Yeah. So like when you line up in front of AD, you like, oh my God, this man's a monster. He might bull rush me off the ball because he's so strong. He might just like do a jump cut because he's so fast. He might do a spin move. He might chop. I don't know. He might just run around the edge. So it's like you have to be ready for like 5 out of 5. And all D linemen, you might have some stuff you could do. He do just like everything well. So, but only thing I'll say about Aaron Donald, what kind of bite him, is that he take risks. So yeah, he take risks.
It's kind of like a cornerback. Now the thing that you won't notice that with AD is that he played D line, so they don't really point out when a defensive lineman get. When
they start getting out their gaps and taking risks.
Yeah. Like a cornerback.
I can tell you personally, one of the worst games AD play is when he play against the Patriots, because you know the Patriots is fundamentally sound,
like
boy.
A mug, bro.
They're gonna run if they gotta go through this gap right here. They're gonna run through this gap right here.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
AD, you jump out your gap, guess what?
It's over.
Here right there.
Yeah, the Patriots just need that half a second you out your gap.
Yeah.
They don't need the whole.
Yeah. They gonna system you down the field. It's so boring. It's so boring.
It really is.
It
bro.
is.
Really. Do you think about those guys now as like when you work out like an AD, or do you have guys around you in your teams on your circle that you like be like, okay, I gotta compete with him?
I think I can take something from everybody. I think I can learn something. Well, you can learn from everybody, and I've just had the privilege of meeting so many defensive linemen and so many different players just to get different tidbits from. Even if it's just a different player like a quarterback, even just getting nutrition tips from them, workout things, just taking care of your body. It's so many things that you can learn, and I don't know. I'll probably get together with like some other people and try to do it, but like just writing like a handbook of what it takes to like be an athlete, because a lot of people will say they want to be an athlete, and I do want to go and help athletes like go to college and get their school paid for, really. And I think that a lot of athletes could do it. Everybody don't have to go D1 and go to Alabama. I'm not gonna say I don't care what school you go to. I know your folks want your school paid for, so we can get that done first. Primarily, go get you a little degree, or not a little degree. Get you a degree. Get you a degree.
Yeah.
Not have you on some student loans, but writing like a handbook just on like being an athlete, because it can be a lot, and it definitely is demanding. But I mean, you know, you reap the rewards and the benefits of it too. So it's just about how to go about things and how to do things, and it's just so much stuff that I wish I knew at the time that I didn't.
What do you wish you knew about recruiting? Coming out of high school, 3-star recruit, you know, big guy. You had the frame, like, especially in high school, you had the frame where coaches would literally probably just walk up to you, hey, what you do? Which position you play?
I'm not gonna lie. Coach Harris told me that he saw me as an NFL center, like an All-Pro as a center.
Sean, I think we all did.
Yeah, I probably wish I would have stayed playing center, and I probably would have went to UAB, and I would have been on. I could have changed the timeline of things, but as far as they were here, UAB was a whole lot more winning than we did. So, and I would have been in a home city. So
back at the crib,
that would have been dope. But it was all hindsight. I love my school. I ain't gonna want to put them down or nothing like that. I love my experiences, but yeah, I probably definitely would have played center or something. I just didn't. I'm not gonna say I didn't like playing O line. It was just that playing D line.
Get more love.
Yeah, it's more love, and it's just from me being an offensive lineman and me knowing how to block. I know how offensive linemen have to block to do certain things. So just with me liking to get over on people, I know what you're gonna have to do on this play, and honestly, I'm not gonna let you do that. That's just kind of been that's been my mentality playing D. If I get into my defensive mentality, I really sound like a sociopath, a psychopath right now. I start like foaming at the mouth.
I love it. I think about this type of stuff all the time.
Yeah,
I think
I had a real good interaction at the FCF with some players, but I don't need to get into all that. But it was some very much well needed.
Was it stressful?
Man, it was a lot of testosterone. You got a lot of men staying in a hotel. It's like 200 guys staying in a hotel. That's a lot of testosterone. You know, their girlfriend's not around, so you know they ain't got nobody to love on, nobody to hug them at night, me included. So
yeah,
I'm a come and have a nice time. All right. Field. I love having a nice time on the field. I love talking on the field.
That was my thing too.
Yeah. A lot of people love to talk, but you know, a lot of people can't talk and like play good.
Yeah.
And, you know, sometimes you can get in people's head with stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
That's why I felt like I was like missing when it came to like not playing sports no more.
That edge.
That and it's just like I wanted to talk.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk my talk.
Yeah.
You feel me? And I got that balance now. Like I really do talk with a lot of high schoolers.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hey, I was on y'all level. I got that. You feel me? But now I think I done got. You feel me? I done got that back now on anything now. But
so you just ready to talk.
Yeah. Man, what?
So you going to rec? You playing at the Y?
I'm going off.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you gotta like you can't play like Draymond Green though. You gotta
no.
So I don't know.
That's actually my skill set. That's all I got.
I might put you in the gym. I don't know.
I ain't got nothing but Draymond Green skills.
So what you gonna do out there?
Defense. That's all I got. Defense.
Hey, listen, Draymond Green hooping at the Y, they not gonna leave you on the floor for very long.
We was at
unless you like a good Draymond.
Good Draymond at the Y is dropping 40. Good Draymond is going Brian Scalabrine.
Oh my goodness, not Scalabrine.
Yeah, at the Y. Scalabrine is a killer at the Y. Bailey talked about that too. Bailey was saying how he was like, man, that's one of my favorite players now. I was like, wow, White Mamba.
That boy was lethal.
That boy dumb with it.
I was talking with him. We was watching the finals game, and my uncle was talking about it. We was talking about people you shouldn't just leave open because it's probably gonna be cash money.
Yeah,
and he was definitely
yeah.
It's probably gonna be cash money.
Yeah, he was just. I mean, I think what he said. He was like, what did he say? He was like, I'm not even close to LeBron, and you can't beat me.
Yeah.
So he's like, he lets you know it's the difference between these.
For sure.
The last guy on the bench.
For sure.
And the best dude.
Definitely. They're going to the Y. They're gonna do something to somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, he beating people.
Oh, that's what you meant. You meant like Draymond going into the Y.
Yeah.
Ugh, I don't want to see him in a. But listen, Draymond 6'7". Who you know walking around 6'7" anyway? So now he just got the height advantage.
Okay.
And he bigger than you, most likely.
Most definitely. Yeah.
That's like he probably gonna it's gonna be embarrassing because you probably see him get like a little boy on TV. He gonna big boy you in a while.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a real culture shock.
Yeah, and then you got to think too, Draymond getting a little boy because he playing center when he's really
He's like
he built like a forward.
He a 3. He a 3.
So it's like he's getting little boy by doggone drumming it. Well, drumming that might be. How tall drumming is? Drumming like 6'11".
6'9", 6'10".
Yeah. So we getting little boy by them.
Nah, drumming got to be 6'10", 6'11".
Yeah. Shoot, them boys played.
Yeah, those are real centers.
Yeah.
Those are real centers.
Draymond just strong and physical.
His grit and grind in the Y is gonna be a whole lot different than in the league. Yeah, he might look like Giannis out there. I'm not gonna lie.
You're right. He's gonna drop 75 at the Y.
Yeah, that's gonna be tough.
Yeah. And I love it because that's my game. But anyway. All right. So in the fan control football, how you even got into it?
So
you got an agent?
Not right now.
Okay.
Not right now.
Mm-hmm.
I had an agent at the time, and I mean, we were trying to get. We were just trying to see what we could do. Just after the draft, I was talking to a couple of NFL teams, and they didn't really know like the COVID guidelines and regulations and stuff, and the process of like bringing guys in for working guys out, and pretty much just didn't get a workout. You weren't gonna get a workout with a team unless you had been in the league or you had some very good agents.
Mm-hmm.
And I would probably just say that I'm not gonna say my agents weren't very good, but like they ain't like the A+ super guys everybody would go out and get, because those guys could go out and they could like go and like help their client go and get a workout or something, but it just wasn't happening because it was only like I think they could bring in at the time when they found out they could bring in like 5 guys like for the whole team to work out. So like if they needed a quarterback or a running back or a safety or something, they had 5 allocated like spots to like bring guys in and like work them out. So they just kind of went with who they was gonna go with, and they started calling up veterans, kind of how I thought it was gonna do. So veterans, and it was really just veterans.
It's almost like the transfer portal is now.
Yes, yes, boy, I ain't. If that transfer portal was open, I don't know.
You would have had to sit out a year, wouldn't it? Maybe.
No, well, I still had my red shirt because I never red shirted, so
okay.
I could have just sat out my red shirt. Yeah. I thought about it though, but I really got into a good relationship with my coach, going from the end of my junior year to my senior year, and because from my junior year, I ain't gonna lie, we had a pretty crap defense, and
I remember you telling me about that.
Man, it was not fun to run.
Yeah.
Just try being a player in the defense that don't work, and then going out there like against the teams and like knowing it ain't gonna work.
Oh man.
And then like you trying to do your best, and then it don't work, and then it's just like, why am I doing this?
Well, I remember one story you told me about one of the best players you ever played against, and this also kind of touched on the Scalabrine thing because he was a bench player. But you told me Mason Rudolph.
Jesus Christ. Mason Rudolph,
the backup quarterback for the Steelers.
I think his last name was Washington. Maybe it was
the receiver.
Yeah.
Dang, I know you're talking about big dude, big receiver.
Yeah, I think it was like 28 or something.
Word.
But I think it was like number 28.
Oh, I thought I was going to say.
But
he supposed to be out there balling you that old.
Listen, man, I ain't gonna lie. They came out of the game. It looked like they had been working together for 28 years.
Word.
They came out with exactly the offense I didn't want to see, which was the tempo offense.
Word.
Because you get in tempo, you gotta already have calls for tempo.
And you hate running.
Yeah, because I mean, you gotta run. And the offense, it's most likely gonna be a pass. So how it go is the offensive lineman, they ain't really got to do much. They can kick step, 2 steps. But you got to expend the energy because you got to go close that distance. You got to work a move to get off, and you got to go try to get the quarterback. So they don't really have
all
to
in 2 seconds.
Exactly. And if it's a run, they could just get off quick. They already know where they're going. You don't know where so it's just a whole lot. But they came out gunning, and they was throwing. They was just taking turns. They was seeing what side our safety wasn't rolled down to, and they was just throwing a slant to the open side. So they was running, get the ball, throw it real quick, get like 7 yards, come back real quick. They would just look, snap the ball, throw it again, and that's kind of when it got crazy because it started gaining
no
yardage.
stopping.
It went from like 7 yards gain, then it went to a 10-yard gain.
Yeah.
Then it went to like a 20-yard gain, and then it went to like a touchdown.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Long day.
boy, it's been 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I said, God, dog, I don't know if we can take a game of this, bro. We're
Yeah.
going to have to stop them doing this, bro. Mason Rudolph, it was he was a good quarterback.
He was one of the top 5s coming out.
Definitely a good quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was dotting us up, bro. I was the first, and he was big. He was.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna say he was the first big and tall stature quarterback I played against, but he was the first big one I played against that he was a problem because if you don't, and I love playing against good quarterbacks, and I love talking about good quarterbacks, but that was the first one. Like, you gonna have to change your game plan for this dude because if you stay in the same defense,
he gonna eat that up. Y'all played a lot of man.
They did eat it up.
Y'all played a lot of man?
Yes, we were. No, we were playing vision coverage.
Okay.
So, well, no. At the time, we were playing man, cause we weren't. We were in the new defense. So yeah, we were playing man, and yeah, it wasn't gonna work. It wasn't gonna work out. Washington was a top receiver, and Mason was a top quarterback, and they had a great connection.
I remember I actually was on a date that night, and we were at mug shots, and the game was on. I was like, "Oh, my boy Sean played for South Alabama," but I said that without looking at the score. I was like, "That can't be. I can't claim Sean right now. I just know Sean." Man, it was ugly, bro. I can't remember the final though, and I hate you got to relive it right now.
I think they scored like 48 points. I think it was like 48 to 14.
Like that. Okay.
It may have been 7.
Okay. I ain't mean to discredit y'all if y'all have 14.
Man, listen.
But I do. Bro, I remember watching that game. I was just like, on the bright spot, I was just like, there goes Sean right there. They running screens though.
And I hated games like that because they were and Oklahoma State was primarily a passing team, and I want you to run the ball because I was more of a run stopper. And the packages I was in, I'm in there run stop and I can pass rush, but I'm not in the pass rush package. We had some great pass rushers, so I didn't have a problem with letting them guys go pass rush. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Shout out to I don't want to just start singling out linemen because I have to shout out all my linemen. But we had some great pass rushers. I really want to say shout out to all my South D linemen.
Well, shout out some coaches. Who the most influential coaches you've had on this whole journey?
One, I would say starting off would be Coach Harris.
My dog, Coach Harris.
Yeah, for sure, Coach Harris.
And again, shout out to him getting his first head coaching job.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well deserved. Very
Most
well
definitely,
deserved.
Man. He know the game and he love the kids.
Very well deserved, man. Let me see. Second coach, I would have to say my D-line coach when I got to college.
What's his name? This the one that recruited you?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Coach Selesky recruited me, wide receiver coach. I can't forget what I'm thinking of. Oh yeah, Coach Turner. My mind was on blank. Coach Turner. Coach Turner was a great coach for me, and it was kind of funny because I had disputes, I guess, with my coaches when they first got there. But once we got to knowing each other, it smoothed out, and it was a great relationship. Great funny story about my second coach, but yeah, with my first coach, he definitely helped me out. He was a white guy, and he never really saw color. He treated everybody like family, and he would always hold you accountable. He didn't go over the line, or it was a moment where I thought he got, and that was our little riff. It was a moment where I thought he got a little disrespectful, and we had to nip that in the bud. Cause
when you say he didn't see color, do you mean he didn't disrespect?
No, he didn't disrespect like nobody on like no racial stuff or anything like that, or he wouldn't give like him privileges to like white kid or it was just like the way he. I'm not gonna say the way he acted. It was just kind of, I would say, the way he was raised and like just the guy he is. He's a loving guy. He gonna love you if you hard working, trustworthy. He a very funny guy. He's just relatable. A lot of people love him, and he's a great guy. Second coach, I would probably say my second D-line coach, Coach Bauer. I ain't gonna lie, I wanted to strangle Coach Bauer when he first got there, man, because it was like he got in and he just wanted to like show that he was the man, and I was like, dude.
What year was this for you?
This was going into my junior year.
Okay.
I was like, dude, you just got here.
Mm-hmm.
Calm down. I was like, you're not finna talk to like none of us like this. Like you talking to us like we boys, and that ain't what you finna do. Not really, not to me, but like you coach 100%, but stop.
Yeah.
So we had a little talk because we got into some. I'm not gonna say arguments. We got into some discussions on the field, us and some players, and we went back, and when we had a real moment of making sure that everybody was aligned, going on the same direction, and we all had the same goals, and we all had the same views. Really, it was matrimony because it was like we understood each other and we could work together. It wasn't like we was working against one another trying to do it our own way. Now it was. We both gonna learn, and that was kind of my thing with just like older guys. You can't tell them nothing, man. And I'm not gonna say you couldn't tell my coach nothing, but just like going like with talking to older people, you can't. I ain't gonna say you can't tell them nothing, but I just think that we can learn from everybody because I know that just like I can say we can learn from everybody. Them older people, they don't know really too much about technology.
Right.
They don't know how no soundboard work.
We all here to help each other.
Come on now.
Yeah.
So. And just like I can sit down and I can say that about that soundboard, there's things they could go back and tell me something that may have happened from 1978 that could apply today and change your life. So
we all gotta listen to each other
for sure. And I just wanted older people to kind of realize that a little bit more because they just be so stuck in their old ways. They be like, nah, I ain't going for that. Yeah. And we're like, we gonna do it this way. Yeah. That definitely ain't what I'm about.
I feel you.
So
I definitely feel you.
Yeah. Coach Bauer was another good coach. I'm trying to see if it was another coach. I'm not gonna say that has been like just super impactful.
Hey, in fan control, do y'all have coaches?
Yeah, we do.
Are we the coaches?
You said arena coaches?
Are we the coaches?
Oh. No, you're definitely not the coaches. Definitely not the coaches. I'm glad that we don't let fans choose what we could do at practice, boy, because it'd probably be some of the silliest stuff.
Oh,
and
man,
I know
y'all conditioning like more, bro.
See, and I ain't doing it. That's where we're gonna draw the line. I
remember one day we was working out, bro, at the high school, and we was lifting, bro. And you said something. You was so funny. This was so funny to me. You was like, "Yeah, I'm probably finna go home and cut the grass. That's how I'm gonna get my cardio in."
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. And looking back at it, boy, that was a crazy statement. Cause I just came out from that sun, bro. I'm still a little damp in here, bro. Like I I used to put on put on 2 hoodies.
Oh yeah.
Sweatpants and like we had the round lawnmower. I'm gonna get the push lawnmower.
Oh,
because I want this work, and I'm gonna cut the front and the back.
Sheesh.
When I cut, I'm gonna cut the back first to get the big part out the way.
Yeah.
Give me a good glass of water. Take me like a little 5-minute break, and I'm gonna go back for that second half. Cut that front.
Man,
and you ain't gonna you go in that house, you be drained. You sit on
do it now.
No.
Today.
No. We don't cut grass no more. We get our grass cut.
All right.
Yeah. When I went off to college, my folks stopped cutting. My dad wasn't finna cut the grass no more. So yeah, we got folks come and cut the grass. I ain't getting that done no more.
My dad got a funny story of why he don't like cutting the grass. He was kind of traumatized. He said one day him and my uncle cut the grass, and he said my granddad came home. He was like, he would always just come home. He was like, he'd come home mad from work about just find something to be mad about. And he said
sound like my daddy.
He said he just came home one day and was like, y'all ain't cut the grass low enough. So he was like, we went outside, go cut the grass low. And he said, he like, put the lawnmower up. And he gave him some scissors. And told him to cut the grass. I was just like, golly.
Now you gotta come take it out on me.
Bro.
I gotta get the scissors.
I gotta go beat whoever made you mad up, bro. I was talking about the scissors, man.
I ain't gonna lie. If he sat there and watched me cut that grass too, I'd know he was pissed.
If
he sat there and he was just looking while you cut that grass, man, I know you was pissed.
I might have ran with him home. That would have been my runaway moment.
I thought about it, but I was like, man.
I wrote my letter before.
You wrote your letter? You packed your bag?
I ain't never packed my bag because I was like, I was like, all right, how I'm gonna execute this? Like, who gonna let me come in and not say nothing? I was just like, okay, maybe my neighbor. Nah, that's too close. All right, I'm gonna go to my grandma's house. Nah, they know where she live.
Exactly.
I was just like, man, Bumpy, bro, I should get the whooping, bro, and just go lay down or something like that. But I think everybody got a runaway story.
Man, I got some funny stories, man.
Oh yeah,
I got some funny stories.
I believe it. Another one of my favorite stories is that's a foul.
Listen, I just got into it with a referee at the FCF, man. So the rule was offensive linemen, if just by rule, right? If they move in their stance, that's a false start.
Mm-hmm.
So I meant in the FCF we have to be a yard off the ball. So I'm a yard off the ball. I'm in my stance, getting ready for the play to start. Quarterback hut, it's a hard count.
Mm-hmm.
The center and the guard, they jump, and I'm like, I stop because I'm like, all right, because they finna
yeah,
and they let the play go, and I'm looking around, I'm like, yo, they really letting the play go.
Yeah.
Quarterback threw the ball in there, it was incomplete, but I go up to the ref, I'm like, yo, like, you got it? Did you see them jump? He was like, yeah. I was like, why didn't you call the flag? He was like, well, you got to come across the ball and touch them. I said, where they make that a rule at?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I've been playing ball for a long time. I ain't never heard of that.
Right.
He was like, well, I've been, a D1 referee, and I've reffed. I was like, bro, honestly, I don't care. Yeah. I was like, it's a lot of people that got jobs they shouldn't have got. So honestly, I don't care where you've been.
I believe you said this too.
So just tell me, why is this not a false start? He was like, well, it's not in our philosophy to call it. So, if they jump off sides, you guys got to come across and touch. So I was like, and just for reference, no, I don't have the clip right now, but week 1, a lineman flinched and the D lineman came across and they called it
encroachment.
Mm-hmm. So I'm like, y'all called encroachment on my guy week 1 for the same thing, for jumping off and for when the lineman flinched. Oh, well, we ain't see it that time.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, dog, let me go back to playing, bro.
Right.
Before I do something to you, bro.
It's 3 people that can get under your skin. Your mama, your girl,
yes,
and referees.
Definitely.
Man.
I will, yeah. So going back to like, I'll let you tell it. I'll let you tell it from your perspective.
I just remember, I don't even know who we played that night. It was a basketball game.
I think it was playing Hewitttown.
Hewitttown, middle school basketball game.
Yeah.
And Sean was actually on the basketball team.
Yes, sir.
And I just remember
8th grade.
8th grade.
It was 8th grade.
8th grade Sean. And Sean always been the bigger dude. So he just out there was eating the dudes, but they was fouling. They was playing hacker Sean.
Yep.
And
I'm gonna make my free throws though.
It's yeah. So Sean would I don't know if I really don't remember you interacting with the ref during the game. Like, I don't remember you ever saying nothing to them.
I did a little bit, but I couldn't really because we was playing.
Uh-huh.
And, the play was starting, so I had to, like go up to court, get set and stuff. But
yeah,
it was like in between plays, I was just like, bro, they are fouling me. Like, literally.
Yeah.
It's like, please help me.
Yeah.
I get that I'm big, but they can't just hit on me because I'm big. Like, at least give me a chance to go to the free throw line, bro.
Yeah.
They ain't doing nothing. So I think it was the same game Justice hit that buzzer beater.
Was it?
I think it was.
I don't remember because I do remember buzzer beater. I do remember running on the court.
Yes.
And it was like
I think that was the same game, bro.
Yeah.
Justice had
Jamel dad was up there.
He did something to his finger. I think he had like jammed his finger or something.
Uh-huh.
And he shot a 3 for us to win the game at the buzzer, and everybody went retarded.
Yeah.
And I remember running over to the ref, and then I was that's when I ran up to him. I was like,
nah, you ain't doing it all, son. Hey, I just remember Coach Sean come out of the locker room. I was like, Sean, what's up? Hold on. And he just walked past me. I was like, where you going? Where you going? And I just remember him, hey, ref. The ref turned around, and Sean was like, that's a foul.
Oh.
And I'm talking about trying to heckle them all the way to their cars.
Yeah, they didn't appreciate it.
Yeah.
And I saw them at the gas station as well.
I remember, I think you made a status about that or something like that.
I saw them at the gas station.
Yeah.
I was still not happy to see them. But we won the game, so if we would have lost the game, I would have been pissed, but we won, so.
Yeah.
I was mad, but, you can't be too mad when you win.
A historic moment from Sean Brown.
Oh, my goodness, bro. I hate referees.
Tell me about it. Oh, bad. So, what was it? Oh, let's get back to this. Back to the football. All right. So, you said that a couple teams you got in contact with for the NFL?
Yeah.
What teams was that?
I was talking with the Titans real heavy. I was talking with Baltimore, and I was talking with the Bills. I would say probably out of all of them, the Titans wanted me the most. And
they got a nasty D-line.
Man, like, I was talking to their D-line coach, Coach Williams. Great coach. It really just came down. And COVID, man, shout out COVID. COVID really stopped a whole lot of things out here.
Messed up that money.
Man. So, COVID messed up the pro day, so I didn't get to do the pro day. And just to put this out there, no cap, I was training down in D1 in Mobile.
Mm-hmm.
I had some of just my pro day numbers training. It was probably like a week before my pro day was supposed to be. And I did my test numbers to see what they were at the time. And I was comparing myself to, what's his name? Ndamukong Suh.
Mm-hmm.
And all of my stats. Suh's a beast.
I thought you was going outside or something like that.
No, Suh.
He's a huge human being.
I see, and my mama like to compare me to Suh how we play. I just don't like to be as extra. Yeah. He be doing
after
extra stuff. Yeah, he be doing some extra stuff. Now I will get extra with you if you like to get extra. I just want to know how we are playing the game. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I did my pro day numbers, and all my pro day numbers came back better than Suh. The only thing I didn't do better than him was 225 reps.
I just thought you was gonna say that because that guy is ridiculous.
Yeah,
I know
he
got
in the 30s. I was never the strongest guy doing bench. He definitely got me doing bench.
You got a long arm too.
Yeah.
So that's more of a reach.
Yeah. I know it's some freakish dudes out here. I can't even complain no more. Like
Word.
I used to be like it was the long arms. Then I saw a dude with long arms for like 315 on incline for like 10. And I was like, hey.
Sheesh.
These dudes
let's say this. The long arms definitely make a difference.
They do. Because it's a whole lot more room to travel.
Like Jason, when he used to do bench.
Little arms.
He
got pit bull arms. He got pit bull arms. He just bent them like that and he had his chest.
Yeah. Shout out to Jason, bro. I love you.
Yeah.
But so you ended up in fan control football.
Yes, sir.
It was an ideal.
Oh, let me go back to the Titans story.
Okay.
So, like, with the Titans, during the whole draft, I'm texting Coach Williams. He tell me, that we got my suspected grade on you is our 7th round. I would use our 7th round draft pick to get you, in my opinion. And I told Coach Rabel that, and he came back and he said he had to go back in the war room, and he would call me back. Mm-hmm. And it was like the 5th round at the time, and the Titans, I don't think they had another pick, and he was like they were just debating on what pick they want, who they wanted to use their pick on, and it was between me. It was a defensive lineman from Tennessee. I forgot his name, and it was like a wide receiver, but they didn't want the wide receiver. But Coach Williams was telling me, he was like, I want you here. I want to coach you. I think you're a great guy. And we talked on the phone, and kind of one thing about the transfer portal, we're kind of like I'll tell guys, well, they kind of see this now, but you don't have to worry about like coaches not wanting you if you go into the transfer portal. The coach from the Titans, when he was looking at my film, and he was like, you go to South Alabama. He was like, well, why the hell you still go to South Alabama? Why didn't you transfer? You're playing like an SEC player. You're playing SEC caliber ball. Mm-hmm. And when he told me that, it was like I was like, yeah, I felt the same way.
Y'all knocked out Mississippi State too, didn't it?
Yeah. We're actually in ranked teams. I'm undefeated.
Word.
Yeah, a lot of people can't say that.
We beat Mississippi State,
San Diego State.
And they had
we beat San Diego. We beat San Diego State twice.
Who did
they had Penny.
The dude for the Seahawks.
Rashad Penny.
Yeah.
And but before them, they had.
They suck, Allen.
They had yeah, they do. Not really, but they had. Dang, who was? It was Rashad before Rashad Penny. He was little running back. I'm forgetting all these dudes' names, man.
But I know he led the nation in rushing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was up for like the Heisman debate.
Right.
It kind of took me back to going back to the playoffs when we played Gunnersville.
Jordan Bentley. Yeah.
And I was just pissed off because it was just talking about this dude running up in the north and doing all this and that. I was like, bro, he didn't even play nobody from down here. He didn't even play us. Like, I don't care what he did.
Yeah.
Everybody he got this many touchdowns. He had all them touchdowns and no fumbles or whatever. He was like, I ain't gonna fumble and I'm gonna run for like 200 or 250 yards.
Yeah.
All right. He ended up leaving with 2 fumbles and I think he had like 10 yards.
I don't think he had 50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a great game.
Great game.
It was a great game.
Yeah.
It was a great game. I took so much joy in that game.
Man, what?
I love games like that. Just if you give me a reason to get pissed off.
And I love that about just being an athlete, bro. You get all I need is a little bit. Yeah. Like coaches will use that with athletes to get them motivated or anything. Do you know coaches just come in the locker room? Do you know that he closed the door in my face?
Yeah. Hey, look, Coach Applin putting them signs up in the locker room.
Man, in the locker room, man. Every week he had something. And it's funny, too, because every week everybody was saying something about it, like us.
It was pissing me off.
Yeah.
The only time I couldn't really say nothing was when he put them stuff up there with Quinnen. I was like, I ain't going to lie. Quinnen, hey, we got our work cut out for us. Quinnen is
the best player I ever played against in my life.
For sure.
Best player I ever played against in my life.
For sure.
I just remember him. We played him in our senior year. Won our junior year, senior year, they beat the brakes off us for region championship. And I tell everybody this story. It's like, so we playing against, we know them.
I'm going to get my breakdown of it afterwards because I got a great breakdown.
I need yours for sure because you were the only one we had to really match up with Quinnen.
I was so ready, and I was disappointed.
And so, and that's like, I know exactly why you were disappointed because I was mad too because I had to deal with this. But I just remember, so I also played a little bit of O-line, but I was only on O-line because I knew how to play O-line and I was strong. I was not a great O-line.
And I think we had, Matt was hurt.
So Matt had the shoulder injury.
And I think Malik was hurt too.
So
I think Snotty played.
Matt played. He started.
Yeah.
And then boom, shoulder pops out. Malik get in. Boom, shoulder pop out.
Yeah.
So both of them obviously running out the field like this.
Yeah.
So I get in the game. I'm like, I'm good. I know what I'm doing. You know?
By the way, both of these guys going out, they had Quinnen lined up on them.
Right. This is the thing. Sean's at left guard.
I'm at left guard.
Matt and Malik are at right guard. So when they get hurt, I come in at right guard, and I'm like, I'm cool. Like I can do this. So when I get in the game, I also did not know Quinnen was not swapping with the strength.
That's the key, the missing key to this story.
Meaning that he didn't go to the side where the ball looks like it's gonna go.
We game planned all week just for him. We were watching him swap sides and go to the strength.
Right.
So it was like, all right, we're gonna swap him to the strength. We're gonna get the strength to my side. You're gonna swap over here. I don't got a problem blocking him. I want the challenger blocking him.
Facts.
Man, we got up there and I think we had to like motion Simmons over. And we motioned Simmons over and they ain't moved. I was like, I looked over. I was like, he ain't moved.
He ain't doing what you said,
Coach Cassie was like, just run the play. I was like, all right. Man, it was a jet sweep. That boy Quinnen was 7 yards in the backfield by the time the ball was snapped and tackled the jet sweep.
Best play I ever played.
I don't even know how that was possible. I'm not gonna lie.
He definitely he looked like that at Alabama. He looked like that at high school.
Yeah,
he was doing that at high school.
Yeah.
So Quinnen Williams, big Quinnen Williams, New York Jets now.
Yep.
All right. What was he like? He was number some in the state. Like probably was number one player in the state. Probably.
Well, I'll put him number one because he was number one.
He definitely was. And so Quinnen, after Malik and after Matt both said it, both pop shoulders out of place. I come in the game.
They over there dropping like flies on the right side.
Right. So I come in the game, right? I'm like, I'm good. I just got to get in the way. You know, he probably going to swap. And I didn't notice he wasn't swapping, so I was like, he probably going to swap. So right before Coach calls the play, Quinnen standing just like this, and I'm right here waiting on Coach to call the play. And Quinnen looks at me, and he goes, hey, man, what happened to 72? He all right? I said, yeah, bro, he just popped his shoulder out of play. He's like, oh, okay. He said, hey, what happened to number 57? He good? I said, nah, he popped his shoulder out of play, but he going to be all right. He looked at me and said, damn. I was like, what you finna do, cuz?
Oh,
Hey, Phil, I ain't got no beef with you. And the thing
Man.
that I was like, Coach, don't run this ball behind me. After he said that, he got in my head. I was not scared, but he got in my head. Like, I was not even thinking plays no more. I was thinking,
we finna run Bears and Quentin on this right side.
on the right side.
I was like, yeah,
on,
we gonna see how this go.
right.
Yeah, we gonna see how this go.
So I was like, man, this is gonna be fun. And we ran the plays, and first, second, and third down, they all ran them behind me for some odd reason, and Quentin made first, second, and third down plays. And I was just like,
And then when he didn't make the plays, his brother made the plays.
His brother made the play. Gee,
It was I was just like, I ain't gonna lie. I was like, get me off this field, these guys.
yeah,
man.
man.
I was like, they done messed up our whole game plan.
Right.
Quentin didn't want to swap sides.
They didn't want to read.
I ain't gonna lie. Like it was leading up. I was like, man, this about to be epic. I was like, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
They see this film. I'm about to give me some offers off this film.
I thought this was
everybody's scared of Quentin. I was like, I don't give a you know what.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't care about blocking him.
Yeah.
I wanted to block him, and I was so ready. I was like licking my chops, and they didn't swap sides, and I was almost pissed off. I was like, no, y'all not doing this.
Right.
That just tell me they game plan.
Right.
It kind of made me.
It's so like, I was like that was the first time I think we ever had got out coached.
Yeah.
Well, another coach for the opposite team really
And
just had a better
I
game
thought
plan.
about me swapping and actually going to right guard and seeing if he
Sean,
swapped.
I wish you would have did that when I was
But I
in
think
the
he was
game.
just gonna go to the other side. So it was like I just thought it was pointless.
I really wish you would have thought about that when he said, "Did he pop his shoulder out?"
Listen,
I wish you would have heard that so you can be like,
I
"I
think-
got you, bro."
I think they looked at the film and it was like, I was like, Quentin. I was like, he's a pretty good player. It was like, you know what? We don't got to put you on him. We can let you wreak havoc on the other side.
Yeah,
We can let you go wreak havoc on the other side.
Quentin carried that team.
Oh my goodness, it's PG-13. He really did.
Yeah,
I'm having to catch myself so much. I'm such a good steed right now.
yeah, great Steve.
Yeah, yeah.
All
He
right.
was definitely the back of that team.
Mhm.
That dude's a unit. All my respect.
Most definitely.
All my respect.
Have you played any guys anything close to that in fan control football?
All together, no. Just because Quentin was smart, super strong, and he knew how to play football, and he knew how to use his body.
I knew how, bro, spot on. That's how I knew Quentin was who he was. Cause you go against other guys that got looks from other D1 schools, you just like, oh, he just you hit him a couple times. Oh, he just big. Oh,
Yeah.
bet. Quentin knew he had this,
Yeah, he knew.
and he
knew what
knew
was
how
up.
strong it was.
He knew what was up.
Yeah, so he was killing me with that. Like Quentin right here, and I probably do it in the league still. Boom, lockout. What a ball at? Get out of my way.
Yeah,
He was real good at that.
yeah, shocking and shedding.
Yeah.
He was so much stronger, and he was long. He was already 6'2",
Right.
6'3", so
Yeah.
it was tough.
Now, hats off to Quentin Williams, best player I ever played against.
I would have to go through my list, but he's definitely top 3. Definitely top
For
3.
sure, for sure.
He might be one. It depends.
What who the bona fide dudes in fan control? I know T.O. over there.
So, man, yeah, T.O. over there looking
Money-
old.
Money
old.
Manziel. He look old.
Nah, he don't. He look old, but you know he looks great. He don't look 49. He looks great, man.
Yeah.
He I know 49-year-olds that look like sacks of potatoes.
Yeah.
And he looks young. He cut up. He just don't have the burst of being 24 years old. But he is, for his age, and he's in great shape.
T.O. has made comments saying that he could play like 10 to 15 snaps in the league. Does he look like a 10 to 15 snap guy?
Shit, I believe anybody can play damn one snap a drive or something, 1 or 2 snaps. I mean, he could do it, but do you want to pay T.O. to get in the game and run 10 routes?
Right.
You could let your rookies go and do that. But I don't want to go throw dirt on T.O. name. Something
We
like
all
he
know
would get in the
T.O.,
league,
bro. Like, come on, man.
like it's tough. So I don't know if anybody gonna do that. I think they would want to see just like a whole lot of more upside and want him to play those more reps.
It'll sell tickets.
So, but who you gonna go to? You gonna send him?
That's what I'm saying.
You gonna send him to the Browns?
You can send him to do the Tebow. Get you one preseason game, set him mug out, and come back home. Cause
Don't get me started on Tebow, man.
I love Tebow as a person.
Tebow's a great guy.
Yeah.
He's a great guy. Well, y'all Tebow fans kill me.
Tebow's a great
I
guy,
ain't
man.
seeing then. It's like I don't want to talk about Tebow like he's a.
You really Tebow one of them guys you be like, I can't dog him, man.
You can't
He's
because
such a good guy.
he is.
Yeah.
Man, I swear when he scored that touchdown and he started kneeling and doing that Tebow, I swear that was the worst thing he could have did for all of America. Boy, they soaked that up so much, boy.
Man.
Oh my God, that Tebow Christian man, he'll run you a touchdown in and pray to your God, and I was like, bro, he's straight.
Yeah.
But I ain't gonna lie. To me, I believe he is a very, very, very competitive and a very great winner. So, just as being a football player, I think he could go out and win you some games just with him going to being a winner. But
I think the tight end project was not a no-go. You ain't playing football in however long, and then you come back and play tight end. You did it coming out of college, like when they were advising you to.
How many quarterbacks do you think in the history of the league could put their hand in the dirt and block a defensive lineman?
I've only known one that played quarterback in college and moved to receiver, and that was Julian Edelman.
But it's different now.
Yeah.
How many quarterbacks do you know?
I don't think I know none.
Ain't no you're not gonna go from, and even if you're a running quarterback, you're not gonna go from no contact to blocking a 280, 290, 300-pound lineman.
Yeah.
Stop it. So I can't put you in the block. Can I put you in and run routes and catch the ball? A little bit, but like your hands ain't like the best.
Yeah.
So you're gonna be like a gadget guy. So we paying you to be a gadget guy now. Like we it's other guys, and that's why I was real pissed off because it was real actual players in the league or trying to get into the league that could have done the Jacksonville Jaguars at least some use and not just been like a show. But
yeah, that was and I really don't have no problem with this, but that was just nepotism. I just know a guy, so I'm help him out. Well, shout out Urban Meyer.
Yeah, I'm tired of guys putting on the show. I like seeing guys play football.
I like to see guys play football too.
Yeah.
I love the competitiveness. I like the part of the game where it's like I'm gonna kill you, but I'll shake your hand after the game though.
Definitely.
You know, I was one of the guys like I kill you during the game, and I don't want to talk to you till the next day because I gotta run off this like the anger I built up against you for a minute.
Definitely, definitely. And I ain't trying to just talk like I'm that super guy out here, but it just wasn't a lot of dudes that had me like too pissed off the next day because they usually weren't just good enough for my level. But
only one I will say this that ticked me off, and I thought about it with Benico.
That made me mad for different reasons, man. It's like he was so small and quick and just a burst of acceleration, bro. Like, and then when he didn't get loose, he'd just run around the pocket, dance, and then he'd throw the ball.
He just throw the ball
and
up.
It's a 30-yard completion.
Yeah.
It's just demoralizing, bro. Because it's like I ain't gonna lie. It's kind of I played with Johnny Manziel. In the league, and it's kind of demoralizing to kind of think you have a guy wrapped up almost like in a sack. Like that Alabama game, I think back to it. I used to be an Alabama fan, so it pissed me off so bad when I watched it.
Because he was balling.
He and I told him this when we was playing, and he got a good laugh about it. But he would on the play they was close to the goal line when he threw it to the tight end. So he escaped and got through all them tackles, and then he just somehow found that tight end in the back of the end zone. And I was like, I ain't gonna lie. That really pissed me off because you weren't supposed to do that.
Right.
It was like 2 or 3 times where you were supposed to be sacked, and you got out, and then you threw a touchdown. So then it was against Alabama, and that don't happen.
Right.
That don't happen. So I was thoroughly pissed off because, one, you done did some in an unorthodox way that you weren't supposed to do, and you done made it look good.
Yeah.
And y'all end up winning the game too.
Right.
Yeah, he was good. He good for pissing you off. But I ain't gonna lie, he is a tremendous talent. I watched him throw the ball, and that boy can spin a ball, man.
Johnny?
Yes.
He still got NFL in him. And it kind of like
I think where he is in life, well,
he at peace.
He is trying to find himself. He's living life, going through life. I just think he has in my opinion, he just got the privilege of just trying to figure out life and what his own way is. And I ain't gonna lie, shit, buddy got a little bread over there, so it's kind of a little easier to figure. I'm not gonna say it's easier to figure out life because money don't solve happiness, and money isn't happiness.
Right.
But about $10 million would make me extra happy right now.
Facts.
But yeah, he's just trying to figure out what's up, bro, and just even like seeing his struggles going through college and him going to the league. And I ain't gonna lie, I had him high up on my list because I bought me a little Johnny.
I remember
Manziel.
that shirt.
Yeah. And he was a tremendous talent. I saw the talent in him, but it just looked like things were kind of distracting him, and he wasn't kind of taking football as serious as everybody else was, and he wasn't. But it's just a part of him growing and him trying to find himself. Everybody's had different upbringings and backgrounds, and shoot, I've just listened to so many people's upbringings and backgrounds, and we blessed.
Most
it's
definitely.
just
All glory to God.
it's so much. There's so much different people deal with, even if they have money or they don't have money. It's still a lot of people. A lot of people deal with stuff on a daily basis that they might not even talk about to people. So, with him, it was tough. Everybody can just judge and say what they want to say, because they don't know him or they haven't had to talk to him. But I ain't gonna lie, he's a dope dude.
Mm-hmm.
He's a great guy. I just think that he could do some stuff differently. But I mean, hell.
We all could.
I ain't gonna lie. If I had some of the money he had, I might be talking to people a little differently too. I might be doing stuff a little differently.
Yeah, so it's our perspective.
Yeah. So it is what it is. But he a great guy. He just trying to figure out life right now. He's just going through life, trying to figure out life. Just another guy out here surviving, making some decisions.
Well, I appreciate that insight.
Yes, sir.
We gotta do a part 2.
We gotta do a part 2.
I'm already in the works with it right now. Part 2. Sean Brown coming up. I got a lot of questions I didn't even get to ask.
We could do a part 3, 4, 5, because I got a lot of stuff I kind of want to talk about.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Most definitely, man.
Yeah.
You got a platform here, home here.
For sure.
I appreciate you coming on About to Blow Up podcast.
Appreciate you for inviting me on, man.
Yes, sir. And like I said, part 2 coming soon.
Yes, sir.
Sean Brown, I had a game I wanted to play, but I don't want to run over too much time. We already ate a little bit, but
Had me a nice trip in Vegas, so maybe we could do part 2.
Be careful, be safe.
Yeah, I'm gonna be safe.
Yeah.
And careful.
Most definitely.
Always.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Part 2 after, so we can get that experience.
You
remember.
Yeah. Well, what happens stays in Vegas, whatever they say, something like that.
Yeah.
Whatever Pac said.
All right, bro.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it.
We out.